Welcome to the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. The vibe here is how to manifest in a simple and fun way, implementing my abundance DNA method without the bullshit, overcomplicated hacks or fluff. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, your spiritual manifestation coach, and together we're going to uncover your unique abundance frequency, step into who the fuck you are unapologetically, and remove the limitation caps as well as playing it small to open yourself the F up to the unlimited abundance, success, and money to easily flow into your life and or business. Let's manifest that shit. Hello, my love. Welcome back to another episode of the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. Happy August and happy new moon. This is a new moon in Leo, so this is an invitation for you to step into your most potent, powerful, authentic self. I'm sure that you are having dreams, you are feeling, you are seeing, you are hearing, you are knowing. It is time to be me, and it's time to do it my effing way. So this is a really, really magical month. This is an 8-month. This is the month of abundance. Okay. We know we love abundance here. And so when you allow yourself to be you fully, completely, authentically, unapologetically, that's when you tap into your magnetism. And when you are magnetic is when you are open, ready, and available to receive. And if you've been tuning into this pod for a while, you know that I always share you're either in a state of resistance or you're in a state of allowing. So I want you to think about this. When I am resisting myself, resisting who the fuck I am and who I came here to be, I'm in a state of resistance. So of course I'm not receiving, maybe a little here and there, but to really fully open up and expand my capacity of receiving, what can I do today? I can allow myself to get really effing uncomfortable and to allow myself to be me. All right. So I know that you're not like other people where, I'm going to be honest, most people avoid discomfort because as human beings in our brain, we are pain avoidance, pleasure seeking. And so we associate discomfort with pain. And so how can you allow yourself to see that discomfort is the key to expansion, the key to your growth, the key to everything that you desire? So think about it this way. I get to be just a little uncomfortable, just a little like, all these feelings that are going to come up. And I know that this discomfort is going to allow me to cross the bridge, to cross the threshold to get to my desires. It actually gets to be really effing simple. All you get to do right now is just allow yourself to get a little uncomfortable. That's it. And when we get uncomfortable is when we get out of our comfort zone. And this is a very simple step to become open and available to receive. Okay. So before we even open up the channeled wisdom and tap into the soul guidance message of the month, I wanted to let you know, I know you've heard me talking all about my signature mastermind, Manifest That Shit University. This is where we create new money-making neural pathways, where we shift out of Newtonian physics, aka those logic limitation caps, into the quantum realm, the abundance realm. This is where we regulate your wealth encoding, where it feels safe in your body to receive more. And this is where you get to receive coaching from yours truly to manifest your next 3K or more, so much more in 33 days. So price to my mastermind is increasing very, very soon. If this is something that you know is meant for you, let's hop on an abundance manifestation audit so I can give you personal feedback of what's going on subconsciously, energetically, and emotionally, so you can start to implement today to manifest 10 times more quickly. These audits are free, and then I share with you my process and how I can help you. There is no pressure. Okay. To book your call and lock in current pricing, you can DM me on Instagram the word audit, and I'll send you my calendar to book our call. Or you can head to the link in the show notes and schedule your abundance manifestation audit. Ooh, I'm so excited. They're so fucking good. We've been having so many potent, powerful shifts on these calls. So, girl, get yourself booked, get yourself scheduled. And if you've been feeling the pull to work with me one-on-one, I have 2 spaces open this month in either a 1-month intensive or my signature 3-month container. So if you know one-on-one coaching and support is for you, you can DM me VIP and we will connect so I can feel into your goals and how I can best support you. All right, let's dive into the soul guidance message of the month. I just saw that you voted on Instagram for the deck, Oracle card deck to pull for this month, and the winner was Goddess Power Oracle. And I pulled for us Kuan Yin Compassion. And she says the empowerment message is compassion is what's needed right now to help you release perfectionism and defensiveness. The purpose of compassion is to help reduce suffering in the world. So be mindful not to judge yourself or others too harshly as you stumble through life's obstacle course. In fact, tuning into the energy of compassion and kindness almost instantly eradicates the stirred up energy of controlling thoughts and knee-jerk behaviors. The Chinese goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, gently nudges you to ask yourself this question: what would kindness do in this situation? If you approach everything with that in mind, you will discover solutions and new paths unfolding before you. In fact, living with compassion as your guide really changes everything, right down to the products you buy and the food you eat. Today, make kindness a priority. The world will be a better place, and you will feel amazing as you see the miracles light up where you least expect them. And then the alignment message is, you may hear Jack laughing in the background. The alignment message is, are you feeling overwhelmed by all the suffering in the world? And you can't imagine how you could make a difference? Do you feel hopeless over how we treat nature and each other? The goddess Kuan Yin knows that this is an important time of reckoning and reordering, but wants you to be careful not to fall into a pit of despair. If you allow the media to fill your mind with a constant barrage of what's wrong in the world, you will become numb and unable to move. The good news is in your alignment task. First, focus your mind locally. Your choice is not to save the whole world, but to bring your attention to where you can help. Even the smallest step toward a greater compassion is huge. Educate yourself about culture issues and be better and more conscious and sensitive about your choices. Lend a helping hand to someone in need, volunteer your time, and choose one act of random kindness daily to help alleviate suffering. Do what you can and make that count. Always ask in your work, your relationships, and in your community, how will what I do serve others well? And remember, if you don't get it right, you can always course correct. With commitment, you will add more beauty to the world. Everyone is learning right now, and Kuan Yin reminds you to be kind to yourself too, as you accept your role in birthing a new world into being. Feel into anything that's coming your way before I open up the channel of wisdom. I cannot tell you how many women have told me before we started working together one-on-one, Kelly, I know what I meant to do. I know I meant to make a huge effing impact on the world, to create a new paradigm, to create a new perspective, a new resource, to give so much value, but I cannot make any moves, take action, or move forward because of perfectionism. Okay? And this very first sentence is, compassion is what's needed right now to help you release perfectionism and defensiveness. And I have found with perfectionism, there's many different layers, of course, but one that's really being called to share right now is I have seen that the identity of perfectionism is one that we've been using to self-protect from moving in the direction of our desires of where we're meant to go, right? And so when we have this perfectionism identity, we're just self-protecting from feeling judged, feeling shame, feeling criticized, feeling bullied, being let down, whatever it is. We're using it as an identity to self-protect from where we're meant to go. And so Kuan Yin is calling us to have compassion for yourself, because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you feel like you can't move forward because of perfectionism, I see you, I hear you, I am validating you. I know that feeling firsthand to the T. However, what if failure wasn't actually a thing? And what if society just programmed us to really subscribe to failure to keep us small, to keep us controlled? All right, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I truly feel that society has us programmed to keep us small, to keep us from shining, to keep us from expanding, to keep us from growing. And so this is a huge invitation to know and see that failure actually doesn't exist. I believe that failure is made up by society to keep you small, to keep you in this box, to keep you where you are. And I know you're listening to this right now because you no longer want to be in a fucking box. You no longer want to be playing small. You no longer want to keep these control caps over you that's preventing you from expansion. So what if failure didn't exist? What if you couldn't fuck it up? What if you allowed yourself to take an action, to move forward, and to take messy action? If it doesn't quote unquote work out, oh well, that's where we get to pivot. That's where we get to redirect. That's where we get to pull in support. That's where we get to pull in strategy. That's where we get to pull in all of these different things that exist in the world to bring you into alignment and to have the resources to keep moving forward, right? And at the very end of this card, it says, remember, if you don't get it right, you can always course correct. With commitment, you will add more beauty to the world. And so, what does commitment mean to you? To me, commitment means committing to my greater vision, committing to my desires. And maybe right now you don't know the how, but we don't need to know the how. And I know you might be eye rolling and being like, Kelly, I hear you say that all the time. I hear other people say that all the time. You don't need to know the how. Honest to God, you do not. I've been in this work, in this world for so long. When you finally let go of the how, well, let me just be straight and honest with you right now. Saying and believing and repeating over and over again, I can't until I know the how, is just an excuse. It's just a logic limitation cap. It's just keeping you in your identity of your safety identity and self-protecting and subscribing to perfectionism and to I'm scared of failure. All right. I see this. I hear this all the time in my work with my clients, and I'm saying this with so much love. You don't need to know the how. It's just an excuse. It's just an excuse that's keeping you in your box, keeping you in your comfort zone, and keeping you playing small and hiding. I'm saying that with so much love. And I wish someone said this to me years and years and years ago, but they did not. And so here I am sharing this with you. And so when you can pull in compassion for yourself and know, I don't need to know the how in order to move forward, what I get to do is call in support. What I get to do is use all of my resources that I know you already have. You definitely already have at least one resource, one connection, one support under your tool belt to help you move forward. You no longer need to know the how, and failure no longer exists, right? So Kuan Yin is sharing with us to have compassion for yourself and to have compassion for others. Because here's something sneaky that tends to pop up when you're self-protecting before you're about to expand, before you're about to take action, move in the direction of your dreams, your goals, your desires. I have noticed, and this is very sneaky, okay? I have noticed that many of us have this idea, this like preconceived notion, judgment, belief of what we think, how others will react to when we make the move, to when we take action. And that could pop up as this way. Here's an example that's coming through. You're about to post something on social media and you're like, oh my God, I'm allowing myself to be myself. I'm letting go of fear of people thinking I'm unprofessional or whatever. And I'm going to post this. Hell yes. And then all of a sudden you pull in this sneaky self-protection of a preconceived judgment or notion of what you think others are going to do, respond, or react to you. And you'll pull in this thought of like, well, no one's even going to like this. No one's even going to comment. No one even cares. I don't even have an audience. I don't even have a community that cares. And you pull in all of these preconceived notions, right? Like putting that bitterness on others and not allowing others to have excitement, to have love, to have compassion for you because you decided that they don't care. You decided that they're just going to look and scroll on by and be like, whatever, who does she think she is? Or whatever thing you're pulling in. So Kuan Yin is potently and powerfully saying to not only have compassion for yourself, but to have compassion for others and to no longer have these preconceived notions or beliefs of how you think others are going to respond, because that doesn't feel good and that feels really effing heavy. And that just adds to keeping you in this like over analyzing and really thinking about what you need to do in order to move forward, when you could just simply have compassion for yourself and have compassion for others and let yourself move forward freely and in a really easeful and simple way where there is no heaviness, where there is no contraction, right? And when you don't have compassion for yourself and you don't have compassion for others, that feels so contractive. That feels heavy. That feels restrictive. I want to remove this barrier. I want to break free from this box. I want to completely shift my beliefs, rewire my neural pathways, and to kind of like reattune and recalibrate my electromagnetic field. That's your magnetism, right? And to do that, I get to pull in compassion. And I get to pull in, there is no failure. There are no fuck ups. I just pivot. I try something new. I try something different. I try something else that feels good and in alignment with me. So can you this month allow yourself to have full and complete compassion for you and full and complete compassion for others? This will allow you to move forward, and this will allow you to begin to resolve the identity of, well, I can't because I'm a perfectionist. And again, I'm going to read this for the third time. This is so potent and powerful. Kuan Yin says, compassion is what's needed right now to help you release perfectionism and defensiveness. Where do you think the defensiveness comes from? It comes from that preconceived notion of what you think, how you think others will react and respond to you. That's why you may be defensive. And when we're defensive, we're not in a state of alignment. We're not in a state of compassion. We're not in a state of love and joy and who the fuck cares. We're not allowing ourselves to be our authentic, potent AF selves. We're not in our magnetism. And that's when our electromagnetic field is like, the light is like trying to flicker and trying to turn on, but we can't. Why can't we? You are not allowing yourself to turn your light on. You get to turn your light on. You get to shine. You get to be in your potency. You get to be in your magnetism, being you fully, completely, unapologetically. But guess who's going to give you permission to do so? Not anyone else. Not anyone outside of you. Otherwise, we're seeking, searching, waiting. We're in pressure. We're in force. We're in a state of resistance. Who's going to give you that permission? I know you just heard I am. I am me. It's up to me. You get to make that decision today. And again, like I said, August is an 8-month. What is 8 on its side? Infinity. What is infinity? Limitless. I am limitless. I am expansive. I am abundant. Notice what comes your way when I say that. Allow yourself to activate infinite potential, infinite possibilities. That feels fun. That feels exciting. That feels like, fuck yes. I get to live, and I get to live in alignment with me. I get to be me, and I get to make moves and take action from there, right? Let it be easy. Let it be light. Let it be free. Let yourself be you. I can't wait to hear what comes your way once you tune in and listen to our soul guidance message of the month. Thank you, Kuan Yin. Thank you, Compassion. Thank you for voting on my Instagram stories of what card deck you wanted to hear from. And of course, if you're feeling called, I would love for you to give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Before you submit, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram in my DMs, or you can email hello@kellypender.com, and we'll send you a free hypnosis of your choice. Whatever you feel you need support with to begin to create new money-making neural pathways and to shift your identity in your sleep. Ooh! All right, my love, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'll see you in the next episode. And until next time, go manifest that shit. Mwah. That was so much freaking fun. If you love this episode as much as I did, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram at @the_badassbabe so I can share and celebrate you. And I have a special gratitude gift for you. If you're feeling called, please give us a 5-star rating and write your review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, submit it. Let me know and I'll send you instant access to my Fuck Yes Money hypnosis as a thank you. And I'll see you in the next episode.